Hello, everybody. My name's Michelle. Welcome to my YouTube channel. As each day, we're always learning to progress, learning to grow, learning to mature and grow spiritually, or just grow in events in our own everyday lives. But here's a topic today: how to be real with yourself and know if you're fake or you notice that other people are fake in your lives. Yeah, the title is mentioned to be true and real to yourself. Anyways, I know someone told me, and before he mentioned about it, I sense and knew this since the beginning until now. Since I was like probably up to my teenagehood, up to now, and how people share to you on YouTube channels or people in person or on YouTube. How to be true, real to yourself is based on how you progress in your life, how you how people understand and notice about something about you, or how you notice in something about that person. Lately, these days, I have been growing and learning and mature every day. It doesn't mean you can't do nothing with yourself or with your life. Or you see other people who may not imitate and be like you or do the things that you like to do. Like today, I went to the gym, and yet there might be very few and some might go to the gym, but there are other people who may not do the things you do. I know there are like certain people, like your friends, your colleagues might join you sometimes. But being real to yourself is how you express and show yourself to God first, and then also to others. But you notice about people at times they're not true real to themselves. Maybe one point they were, or they are starting to learn more and more about themselves, and they realize when you witness and see within yourself, you can sense the energy, and you can sense their energy in about that person. Maybe you're discerning about particular people in your life, whether they're true and real to themselves or not. They can express fakeness. They pretend to be somebody that they are not. Let's say they are. Let's say, guys, if a person, let's say your friend, a family member, is trying to catch up with the Joneses or catch up with celebrities on TV, or perhaps they're trying to imitate and be like you, or perhaps copying you in some way because you have that potential. You have what God wants you in your life. But it's not bad to have, to imitate and be like that person in some sense. Maybe God is using that person to help you and to show you your true potentials, and that's great. But deep down, maybe there's something in your life that you were hoping to be like. Maybe you have that potential to be a zookeeper, or perhaps you have the gift to offer service to God in a church ministry. Or perhaps you have that potential to move to the next new level of heights in your job career. I saw a lady named Sherry. I met her one time. Yeah, Hudson Bay Company has closed down. But you know what? She has advanced more. She's becoming one of those, like a mall manager at the and she's true to herself. She's very friendly, she's smiling, she's encouraging, she's inspiring. There's something about her. She is being true to herself. She's a nice, friendly, polite, hardworking. She can solve it right from head to toe. Yeah, someone like that, guys. If you have someone who has a common ground and interest as you, or perhaps you have the gift of helping and serving people, but sometimes you need to take a break. But for me, guys, I notice how fake people are. Like, let's say you realize that friend or that relationship with he or she for a little while, you thought they are the potential of a friend or that relationship in your life, but eventually you get to know them. And are you going to, if they're going to drag you down or push you to their own level, you're sacrificing your life for them instead of being your true potential. They're going to support you or cheer you on and celebrate with you. And perhaps it's a family member like your mother, father, or perhaps a sibling, who's not doing much for their lives. Maybe they have a relationship with that person that's in your home right now, and then suddenly you discover either that mother or father or that person is pushing you down. They're dragging you down. You're not that person. They could be wrong and taking advantage, or they don't understand much English or much communication and grammar. So if you're trying to be honest and real, and you have to, tell them honestly, but they're afraid of criticism. They're afraid to be hated. They're afraid to, whatever. But guys, you've got to push yourself more. I cannot stay home for them. I can't drink alcohol as they are. I may not be helping them financially. Maybe I have to push myself to save and budget more, or that potential dream. They could drag you away from those things. Those are not the things that you want to do. They might drag you to drinking. They might drag you to do something that you don't want to do. Maybe the family member is in it. Perhaps that person's in trouble. The scammers out there are real, and they are truly fake people. I know they're eager for money to survive, but guess what? These people need to get their little wits out of their gears and stop hurting and harming other people. My mom is hurt and harmed as it is. She's dragging me down. She borrowed $5,000 from me. I said, Mom, they don't need that kind of money. And you know what? You've got to stop acting and pretending. You're showing signs that your kids are pushing themselves away from you and eventually get themselves like this and get out of the house. My mom she's not what she is right now, guys. I need prayer, but if not, I think you'll be warning me and advising me, Michelle, maybe it's time for you to move out. She's becoming fake. She's not doing the things she used to do. She gave up, guys, she gave up her car, certain things. She hasn't been doing shopping as much. She's been broke. She's been deceived and been lied to and convinced. She's been asking people around the house, even my own aunt. My aunt is more common sense now than her. So it's telling me when the time is right, I'm going to move out. First of all, I'm going to get out and do something about my life. Find a job, events on my YouTube channel. I'm going to ask my friend to do this mini coins and events more in my YouTube, maybe create more of a content and everything. I know my mom's message screwed up my life as it is. I suffered from December until April. And I still have not a job, guys. Pray for me on that too. But she is not listening. She's not a Christian. She's not common sense woman in the head. And I'm afraid to stay there and live with her. I told my sister, you guys better get your acts to it. They're not going to support you. You're lucky we have a roof over our heads, because for them to have their car in a garage right in the back. But I don't know how long I could stand or they can stay it. But they too, even her man cannot tell me what to do in my life. Now this is about my sister's man. A person who's always seemed to be grabbing. I can't be like her man. Yes, he works, he comes home, I see him at times. My privacy and my lifestyle is what's more important. Number one, I don't need a relationship with someone. I have to be potentially cautious and careful. People do rush into a relationship, and guess what? They're all in a rut and a mess because they have that person. If they're not financially stable, they're not common sense, they're not mature. Some come to this country, and guess what? They're broke and poor, and they'll drag you along with you. So basically, guys, you are who you are. God's trying to create you to be real with yourself. You stay real and true to yourself. No one can help you in this. Maybe God's going to bless with the right spiritual mentors and spiritual friends in your life. There's going to be some potential friends who might work to build you up. There could be people that you never met. Could be well, we want you to increase and grow and motivate yourself, guys. Do something. There's no one in my home who goes to a gym. There's no one else there who's going to swim with. Oh, I got my sister might do a couple of things with me, but she needs to get her act together. And sometimes with her, there's some things of her I can't be there for her all the time. I can't imitate and be like her. They're still in my home. They still haven't get their wits together yet. And I'm trying to tell them, look, I can't do this, guys. I'm suffering and struggling with you guys. So was my mom. So, and my house is all being, the walls or the paintings of the wall is kind of trimming down. Someone in my household is not doing nothing to clean up the place. There are times I said, look, if you're not going to keep it 50% clean, then you know what? I had to force my mom to do something. I don't care if she comes to work, comes home in the middle of the day, or after work, she has to do something. She's not eating properly. She's not eating properly. She's not taking care of herself financially and her well-being. She's in her early 70s, guys. This is why I'm scared to live with her and my sister and her man. Yes, you need your space, you need your privacy, you need to get out 50% at times. You got to create and make healthy foods. You got to set boundaries and stay real and true to yourself. Watch out for fake people. They might claim and pretend to be, but they're not. Observe and examine them. Get to know them if they're new to your life, but if they're not the right ones, it's best to call it off. Cut them off completely. So guys, be very careful. There are fake news, fake shows, but everyone's trying to pretend to be in the Joneses. There could be your friends and families circle. Sometimes your family, you just have to cut. Some of them you have to, divide yourself for a while. But other relationships, a family, or other friends, or co-workers, you could cut them off completely. And find what your true potential and purpose, what you want to create your life to be. What God wants you, if you're not a Christian, find your true purpose of. If you have any advice, suggestions, or what you're doing to stay real and true to yourself and cut off some relationships, or you want to find something better to do with your own life, no one can do this for you. God gave you a plan. God gave you a gift. But you got to use that. Not everyone's going to do it for you, okay? I had to do things for myself since I was young until now. I got to push myself. I got to be eager. I got to do whatever's right. Pleasing to God and do it on my own. I'm on my own, basically. I'd rather have my privacy because I can't focus. I can't concentrate when people are distracting me away for getting a job, other sources, and try to save money if I want to see my aunt. That's what I do. I seem to have the more wits than some people in my home at times. So guys, do what you gotta do. And if you have any comments alone, if you like this video, describe, hit the thumbs up, and the comments in the below, and tell me what you're doing to be true, and you're training and working out yourself to be true and real. As you see, there's a lot of fake people or becoming more fake each day. That's why I don't watch the news. That's why I don't watch movies. These days, up to 2000 until now, there's a lot of fakes. There are a lot of people, men, who convert into women. They're in these shows. I say to myself, are they really women? But I can honestly tell you the truth. They are fake women. Satan is brainwashing and controlling their minds, claiming to be, they're not as what they are since birth. And then suddenly they claim to be, they're shame and disgrace to be a man or a woman and convert into that either male or female. I was like, if you have friends like them, just don't hate them without reason. If you're a Christian, love them, encourage them. But I would not lower my standard. I wouldn't lower my convictions for that. because the world is becoming more fake and fake and fake each day, and it's best to separate yourself away from your friends or that man and woman, or perhaps those in your own household, your own family. So anyways, guys, I hope you have a blessed day, and God bless you. Okay, bye.